That's why we are a team of very few Kenyans. Those who are willing to join us, they will join us, and we shall keep an eye on them. And we want to move very slowly. We don't want to rush. We don't want to be a mass party. No. Move slowly. If we put our case to Kenyans and decide. If they say no, then I will still be in the system to work for the rest of the country. I will not run away or cower away or hate people because they did not support me. This is democracy. But if we have movements coming up, if we look into those movements and we see, oh, that is one of those people that was in the other group, the best thing is to tell the gentleman or the lady, please, we don't need you here because your time has expired. We need discipline. We need to work as a team that is disciplined with a vision and Kenyan interests coming at heart. I asked so many people from some of the movements what they thought of the constitution. And somebody asked me, which constitution are you talking about? I said, I'm talking of the draft constitution in Kenya. He said, I don't care about it. Well, do you think I can work with that kind of person, even if he comes with 100 people? Hell no.
Obviously, there will be a problem. Yeah, there's a problem working with that kind of person.
I guess, Professor Wajackoyah, what we're doing right now is trying to educate people. And I think those who do not have any interest whatsoever with the Kenyan politics and the new constitution and all that, I think this is an opportunity for us to be able to educate them. Bringing people together, even those who have no liking whatsoever about politics. I personally don't like it. But again, the changes that we are vying for, that we need, is a personal interest in me. The reason why I still have my family down there. So we have to cultivate that interest by identifying the reasons why we want to make those changes, because those changes are going to be able to work for the people they have back home. So I think that's an area of opportunity when it comes to people who are not interested in politics, to bring them and educate them and get them involved in it on a personal level. That way we can all make that change. What do you think, Professor?
I totally concur with you. I totally agree with you. Not everybody is a lawyer. Not everybody is a politician. Not everybody is a doctor. We have to work as a team, educate those who have insufficient knowledge, educate those who are willing to learn, making friends with those who criticize us, making friends with our enemies, just like the Bible says, and then moving on from that particular perspective. But at the same time, we also have to look at time wasters, or people who go in, drink their heads off. They came in the United States on scholarships. They have absconded from those scholarships, not those who did not perform it because they lacked finances. And then you have those people coming around you with bottles of beer, telling you this and that. Hell no, I don't need that kind of. But if it's a Kenyan who is willing to learn, who is willing to come into the train before we disembark, why not? We shall work with them. For example, I have my campaign headquarters here in Texas, Houston, Texas. I have everybody who has come in. Whenever I fly in Texas, there's our people there. I encourage them to come on so that they can learn. So I understand what you said, and I totally support you. We need to educate people, and we need to have self-realization to create awareness so that we can agree to disagree, but go towards the same direction. So I agree with you on that particular point.
Slyvester?
Oh, just one final one from me, Professor. Again, personal. Sometimes I like going a little personal, but just to keep everything in perspective. As an individual, you have to have many faces, or I would say you have had many different experiences. There is the humble Wajackoyah growing up in the streets of Nairobi. There is the humble Wajackoyah struggling in London to get his undergraduate education. Then there is the police constable, the police corporal, the police inspector, and then there is Wajackoyah the lawyer, then there is Wajackoyah the professor. 5 different personalities, or 6, or they could be 20. Just as a question of interest, because they all play a role as to how you will govern in the event that you make it to the, if you finally wear the crown as the president of Kenya. So which Wajackoyah do you think is the most dominant in you?
The one on the streets of Nairobi eating in the dustbin.
That's the most dominant. That's what sticks around you the most. Okay, interesting.
Yes.
All right, Susan, back to you.
Thank you.
I know we are strained with the time right now, and I know we only had about an hour of your time, sir. I guess I have one very interesting observation that I saw on your website. You had a poll on your website, and the poll indicated that you were in the lead of chances of being elected president in Kenya with a 40% chance. And then Raila Odinga had 25% chance and Kalonzo Musyoka had 10% chance. Do you believe those polls?
Yes, I believe them because anything that goes on the internet is not doctored, and you know that very well.
Okay, just probably the kind of question I would ask is, well, these polls would be representative of the feelings of the people who have visited your site. So just to extrapolate, do you think the polls accurately reflect the general Kenyan electorate, or they just reflect a certain section of Kenyans who have visited your website? In short, is it statistically representative of the Kenyan voter?
That's a very tricky question, but very easy to answer. I am on Facebook. You can check the numbers right now. I have also been on Twitter, MySpace, the same way Obama did. And I'm also on my website, which is not even complete. I think most of the people who are coming on my website or my other social networks are all Kenyans, plus my GSW for President.com are people from different diversities, different nations, and different people, different age groups. So sooner or later, once the counting mechanism is put in my website, then we shall know exactly where they are voting from. But I believe that those who have voted for me are Kenyans from different backgrounds. And I want to ask everybody to vote, because today I'm leaving, tomorrow it will be Kalonzo Musyoka or Bifoli. Whoever leads should be congratulated. I could be leading today, but tomorrow Raila will be leading. I will still accept that. So I would like everybody to log on the website, give suggestions, go into the discussions, vote as much as they want to, particularly vote for the choice that they like, and that is democracy. Even if I'm last on the list, I will take it because Kenyans would have decided. And I believe this is the only website in Kenya, particularly political website, that has got at least some sort of self-realization voters. I have checked Raila's website. It's just an individual website. I've checked Kalonzo's website. I've checked Uhuru Kenyatta's website. Not all those websites have got facilities for voting. I think mine is a pioneer, and I want Kenyans to make up their minds.
One more question I had for you, sir. The questions will never end, and unfortunately, we don't have much time. I don't know what your time looks like right now, but we had a couple more, but I don't know if you can keep going on. But one question that I had for you is, I'm curious to find out from you, besides yourself, who among the individuals harboring presidential ambitions are you likely to endorse?
Well, I'm not going to endorse anybody. All that I want is everyone to vote. I would appreciate everyone to support me. I want to be the next president of Kenya, and I would be honored to be the Kenya's next president.
Sylvester?
If, say, for example, for other reasons that we do not know now, that you don't know, I don't know, nobody knows that now, you choose not to contest for the presidency in 2012. We have crossed the bridge. You have chosen not to contest. And among these current people who have declared presidential interest, who you even list in your website, who are you likely to endorse? I mean, you don't have to answer. You may say you will consider later, but is there one or two of them you are likely to endorse, or is there one particularly that you think Kenyans should be very wary about?
There's no one that I'm going to endorse because I'm still there. But should that happen, then we shall cross the bridge when we reach there.
All right.
We are almost done here. So when will you be able to hit the ground running campaigning in Kenya?
I've already hit the ground.